Hey guys, Lord here, back with a new Monster Hunter Rise video for all my new friends on PC and of course anyone who's still playing on Switch. In this video, I want to cover some endgame longswords, some useful armor pieces, examples of sets, and the most important skills for all you longsword users who are looking for endgame sets and weapons to use. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. So first of all, I'm only going to cover the best raw longswords, but there are certainly monster matchups where using elemental longsword will work just as well. My good friend Casti, an Italian longsword speedrunner, has some great examples of this on his channel, which I will be sure to link in the description, as well as 2 runs that utilize elemental longsword, so be sure to go ahead and check those out. So as far as raw longswords go, your main 2 right now are going to be the Chameleos longsword and the Tigrex longsword. In my opinion, Chameleos is much more comfortable, but does need a bit of handicraft to really push it to the next level. Tigrex, on the other hand, hits like a truck, but there is an important caveat that makes this one of the best. Instead of just crafting it directly from the Tigrex tree, you need to start from the ore tree, like this, and right before it branches off into the Tigrex tree, you have to do a rampage skill for the Keen Edge 1 for Silkbind boost. This rampage skill will stay on the weapon as you upgrade it, so eventually you'll have a Tigrine need with the Silkbind boost rampage skill. This massively increases the damage of your Serene Pose and your Helmbreaker. Now I've also added in 2 honorable mentions, the first belonging to the Nargacuga longsword. With super high base affinity, very decent raw, and tons of white sharpness, this longsword is great because you don't have to worry about adding any crit eye skills, and you can stack tons of other skills to meet your preferences. And because it has a lot of white sharpness, you don't have to sharpen nearly as often as some of the other options. The other honorable mention is the Magnamalo longsword. Blast is still very strong in Rise, and with some handicraft you can definitely get some good damage out of this longsword. Now as far as armor sets go, there are 2 that really stand out for full sets. The Crimson Valstrax armor is absolutely brilliant, and I recommend coupling it with the Chameleos longsword, since that doesn't need as much crit skills as the Tigrex longsword. The deal with this one is that once you drop below 80% health, you gain a massive 10% attack boost, and not to mention all your elemental resistances go up automatically to 50. Now 80% health is still reasonable, and when you fully max out this armor, it gives 511 defense, so you don't really take a ton of damage when you get hit anyway. And the second set that I recommend is of course Teostra. With Master's Touch and lots of good critical skills, you really can't pick a bad armor piece from this set. However, I of course always recommend using mixed sets to help fit in all the skills that we're going to cover in the next section. Now the most important skill for Longsword in Rise is Quick Sheath 3. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, it has to be Quick Sheath 3. You can of course get away with maybe Quick Sheath 2 while you're progressing through the story and you don't have the best armor, but if you're watching this video, you're here for endgame sets, and endgame Longsword needs the full 3 levels to help get off EI counters extremely quickly, which will keep your Longsword in red gauge for as much of the fight as possible, as well as deal a ton of damage. Some other important skills are as follows: Attack Boost, Weakness Exploit coupled with Critical Boost, Protective Polish coupled with Speed Sharpening, or Master's Touch coupled with Speed Sharpening, Critical Eye, and Peak Performance. Of course, you guys are always welcome to fit in the skills that you prefer, but these are going to help you put out the best damage possible in all scenarios. Also, just remember, if you're going to be using Elemental Longsword, be sure to slot in the maximum 5 levels of whatever element you're using. Now to tie all this together, in the description of all my videos is a link to a Monster Hunter Rise set builder. You can go in, enter the skills that you want, and it will build sets for you with those skills. It'll let you know what armor pieces, what decorations to use. Now the unique thing about this builder is that you can enter your own charms into it, and it will help build personalized sets that utilize your charm collection. Since everyone has totally different luck with charm RNG, some people get crap, some people get great ones, this set builder allows everyone to make meta sets with the skills that you need using your own charms. This is the best tool for making mixed sets, be sure to go check it out. Now that you guys know what weapons, armor, and skills to go for, here are the top 2 sets that I use to kind of give you a baseline. First up is my mixed set for the Tigrex longsword. Now I'm not going to go super into depth because everyone likes different sets and has different talismans, but basically this goes for full crit and Master's Touch to take advantage of a healthy chunk of white sharpness that this longsword has. The second set uses 5 pieces of Valstrax for the Dragonheart bonus. I opted to throw in 1 Handicraft on the Chameleos Longsword to get to white sharpness, and then I threw in 3 Protective Polish and Speed Sharpening. This means that every time I sharpen, there's 90 seconds in a hunt where I don't lose any sharpness. So for those of you who hate sharpening, you could throw in Master's Touch here, as this set has pretty decent affinity, and so you'll have a good time to keep sharpness uptime. However, even in blue sharpness, this set still hits quite like a truck. Now I know that these sets aren't going to be for everyone, so just feel free to use these as an inspiration to create your own sets. So guys, if you made it this far in the video, comment apples down below, and then let me know what weapon you use the most to get through the story, as well as your favorite weapon design in Monster Hunter Rise. If you enjoyed the video, please do feel free to drop a like, as it's a totally free way to support my channel and the content that I make. And if you're new here, or you haven't already, I'd ask that you consider subscribing for more Monster Hunter Rise guides like this one. Thank you all again for watching, and happy hunting!